father was a sculptor and an artist and a very visual person. So I grew up in an environment where vision was very important. And I always wondered, how was it that the eye and the brain could work together to allow us to see?
One of the reasons that visual scientists are attracted to the field is because seeing is a dominant sense, that a very large part of the brain is devoted to analyzing the images in the eye. And in many ways, it's an accessible system.
Dr. Williams and his team literally revolutionized ophthalmic optics. For the past 200 years, we as practitioners were just measuring nearsightedness, farsightedness, and astigmatism. Dr. Williams and his group developed a technique to measure much subtler aberrations.
In astronomy, the problem that astronomers confront is that the atmosphere scrambles the light as it enters. It will pass unimpeded through millions of light years of space to arrive at the Earth, and in the last microsecond before it's captured by the telescope, it gets scrambled in this way. And adaptive optics unscrambles the light so you can get a crisp image of a star or whatever object you're interested in looking at. We realized that the eye, while it doesn't have atmosphere, it has optical defects that are peculiar to every eye. And so we realized we could use the same technology to correct the particular aberrations in each patient's eye in a way that will allow us to look at the retina at a microscopic spatial scale the same way astronomers look at stars at an astronomical spatial scale.
And that resulted in a marked improvement in visual quality in terms of how we do LASIK, how we do cataract surgery and put intraocular lens implants in. The implant designs are all considering the things that we've learned from wavefront technology, and also in how we design contact lenses. So the entire industry is literally changed as a result of wavefront technology.
I think in order to accomplish anything in trying to solve a problem, you need a combination of scientists and engineers. Because engineers bring the hardcore, how do you build the thing, how do you make it work? And the scientist brings the fundamental principles that you're trying to prove. And so the team like Dave's assembled is able to have a unique perspective on these sorts of things and actually succeed in making it work.
So the Center for Visual Science draws together researchers from multiple disciplines across the university. And vision is an important sense that exemplifies the value of multidisciplinary work. The skills people need to understand the visual system come from all disciplines nowadays. And David, as both a leading researcher and as director of the center, has drawn together a remarkable collection of people from across the university to make a center that's second to none.
Dr. Beckman was well known for having said, hire the best people and then get out of their way. And I think that there's an incredible wisdom there, wisdom that I've tried to follow in my own relationships with my students by giving them ownership of ideas and letting them run with them.
So David is my thesis advisor, and I have a wonderful experience working with him. What I notice most is that in our lab meetings, he values everyone's opinion, whether they're a student or whether they're a faculty member.
So I was really fortunate to join the faculty 4 years ago. David has been really great in terms of establishing my own independence and ensuring that I get recognition for the work that I'm doing and that I create my own independent projects. That's something that I myself have really tried to do as a mentor for my own students and my own people that I've been working with.
Dave Williams' vision for interacting with ophthalmology and with the eye health industry was really a critical issue for me in deciding to come here and to work with him. There were just early collaborations with Dave Williams' team and Bausch & Lomb at that time, and they were successful. And Bausch & Lomb then wanted an additional partner that would be in ophthalmology and be able to make more direct applications and do collaborative research that had a more translational nature.
For one of the projects that I've been working on is this collaborative research that we're doing with Canon, the photography company. So one of the things with this technology is we really want to get it into the clinic so that it can have a broad impact on people's lives.
What the Beckman Argyros Award in Vision Research is going to allow our laboratory to do is to look into the retina and observe at a microscopic scale, tracking individual cells to watch how they respond to light in the way they normally would in the eye.
Physiology has always been a difficult matter, looking at how a cell is responding. And this allows us for the first time to do it in the living eye. So we can look at the physiology in my eye while I'm looking at things, and we can see exactly how the cells are involved in seeing fine detail.
It's able to detect changes even before vision loss occurs and before any of our standard clinical instruments can detect them. So instead of waiting until the damage has been done, we're able to detect the very earliest changes in a disease. That enables us to diagnose a condition, but also hopefully tells us why the condition happens in the first place. And that will help to direct future research and development of future therapies.
We're hoping to restore vision eventually in people who have lost their eyesight because of the loss of the rods and cones in their retinas. Adaptive optics can play a key role in demonstrating whether this new way of restoring vision will work ultimately in the human eye.
This is a very distinguished award, and David is a very distinguished scientist. And I'm immensely pleased on behalf of the university that the foundation has chosen to recognize him.
It is so humbling to have received the Beckman Argyros Award from the Arnold and Mabel Beckman Foundation. This award is especially valuable to me because it comes in the name of Dr. Arnold Beckman and Ambassador George Argyros, who I have so much respect for.